Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube. Okay, whoa, okay. Not too much exciting in this pack actually. Treachery, Watery Grave, Dark Ritual, and maybe Wormcoil. I'm not in love with first picking Wormcoil, or just Wormcoil in general. 6 mana is a lot to spend. So I think in between these, and I'm kind of down for just taking Watery Grave. I think this is just a great card. Treachery, if this was Legacy Cube, I would be like windmill slamming this card, but it's not. So I'm not gonna, we're just gonna take the fixing and kind of stay open, see what the next pack brings. Okay, we got Solemn. Solemn helps you stay alive, helps you stay open, fixes your mana, and draws a card. It does everything. Does cost 4. Jace Prince Prodigy is quite good. I do like this card actually a lot. There's a lot of good cards to like flash back. So I think I would take Jace over Solemn, but I do love Solemn. And then Hollowed Fountain, Godless Shrine, but I think white is probably the weakest color in the cube. So those fixing, not the best. So the Hollowed Fountain does give us out to go like Cheons. I think I'm just going to take Jace Vryn's Prodigy. This card's good in Reanimator, good in Storm, kind of okay in Burn. And we'll see where that goes. Following him up with Mystical Tutor. I don't love taking Mystical Tutor this early, but if we are in Reanimator, Mystical Tutor will be good. Basically in Reanimate and Storm, Jace and Tutor are nice. Yeah, I guess I take it. Just kind of as a hedge here. We could take Daze now. Passing Freebooter. I do like Conscripts as well, but kind of want to stay blue for as long as possible. That's a Crater Hoof. It's also a Tolarian Academy. I think Makeshift Mannequin is probably one of the worst Reanimate spells. It can get Eldrazi though. But Tolarian Academy is kind of sweet. Let's see where that takes us. I'm not like guaranteed to play it or anything, but I like it. This pack's really bad. Wrath of God, Dismember, Corpse Dance, Mesmeric Fiend. Can I just like skip this pack and move on? I'm gonna take Dismember. I can just kind of put it in any deck I end up drafting. There's a Gristlebrand. Okay, so I think this is kind of the decision point for the deck. We could take Dark Confidant and be like a pretty sweet, low to the ground, blue-black, like maybe Tempo Control. We still have outs to go Storm. But Gristlebrand's just better in general. And we could still find some reanimation stuff. Alright guys, I'm not going to fight it. We're going to take Exhume. We'll do some stuff here. Gristlebrand, Exhume, Jace. All a good package of cards right now, except for this weird Tolarian Academy. I wanted to do Academy stuff. I love this card, but this is definitely just better, especially if it's going to be this open. Well, I will still take a Forge Master because who knows, man? There's a chance that we end up in like Artifact Reanimator and like I would like Burning and Rakdos. Actually, I don't want Rakdos Return. I like Burning. Survival is actually, wait, hang on. Survival's got to be better. If we have Exhume, Survival of the Fittest is like just a great way to find more creatures to reanimate. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, guys, like, what? Solemn Wield? I mean, Blooming Marsh would be good with Survival, but like, I'm taking Solemn. That card is definitely like picks 1 through 4. That's insane. Okay, we got a Bayou. Survival of the Fittest is definitely castable. Another reason to take Solemn is you need kind of creatures to discard. Like if you're playing Survival of the Fittest with 5 creatures in your deck, it's not going to help you that much to put them in the graveyard. But if you can chain like Survival, discard Solemn, grab Gristlebrand, discard Gristlebrand, grab something else, then I think you're doing a lot better. We're going to take Overgrown Tomb as a second Bayou. So green splash is like pretty easy now. Like I'm not going to not take this card. But my goodness. We didn't get Dark Ritual, which is a little sad, but I think I took Jace over Dark Ritual, and I think Jace is a lot better. And finishing it off with Jackal-Pup, which I will not play. Alright, deck, what do we got? Entomb. We'll Windmill Slam that. Sorry, Thirst, Liliana. Entomb is like exactly the best reanimate card in the whole cube. So I'll take that. Ooh. Living Death is kind of one of my favorite cards because if you get Living Death plus Bazaar of Baghdad, you could just fill your deck with nonsense, mulligan to Bazaar of Baghdad, and then fill your graveyard with nonsense and then bring it all back. Yeah, I'm gonna take this over Fatal Push some reanimation targets. This card's kind of sweet. Now we get a Luteral Core. Kind of okay with that. Passing Ravenous Chupacabra, which I also think is fine. Fine but not busted, and then nothing else. Yeah, Looter's great. It's a creature to discard to survival, and it helps us put stuff in the graveyard. I would like to find the literal card Reanimate and Animate Dead. And then our deck's basically perfect. No, we want a couple more cards to actually reanimate, and then we'll get there. And we finally see if the Reanimate deck is as good as everyone says it is. Ooh, Wasteland? I love Wasteland. No, we're taking Bazaar of Baghdad. That card is awesome in Reanimate. Right now I just have Bazaar Exhume, but Bazaar Living Death is the real combo. So we'll see if we can pick up some like random weird creatures. Because with Survival, we can also fill our graveyard for Living Death. So now I kind of want to take some fast mana, because doing this pretty quick is like, it's a legitimate way to win the game. So Oath of Druids. We would have to get rid of Mesmeric Fiend, Luteral Core, Jace, and Solemn. I think maybe if it wheels, I'll take it. Right now, I'm kind of interested in Brainstorm versus Duress. I guess Leovold. We are in Leovold colors. Yeah? Yeah, I'm just gonna take Leovold. This card is so busted. I've had so many times when Leovold just completely destroys me. Terastodon is a great card to reanimate. I would love Bloodstained Mire, but I think... because that does make our mana pretty good. But basically any black fetch would do that. I'll take Terastodon. That card's like not necessarily replaceable. Here I'm gonna take Compulsive over Shallow Grave. This isn't really a Shallow Grave deck, and Compulsive Research is just great. Helps us discard stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's card advantage, lets you discard, helps you search for your combo pieces, all the above. Creeping Tar Pit's pretty good. Fixes our mana, it's a win condition. I'm not in love with Bone Shredder. Yeah, I like this. Plus our mana is, right now, not the best. If we pick up a black fetch, then it'll be better. Liliana's kind of good. Kozilek would be good. I guess we can do it with Makeshift Mannequin, but it's kind of the worst card to reanimate, just because it's like not indestructible. And Finale is whatever. I'll take Liliana. She's an okay way to reanimate. Okay. If Fatal Push is gonna come around, I will play it. Sphinx of the Steelwind. I don't have any I have just Dismember as my removal. Yeah, I'll take Fatal Push. Follow that up with Garrick. Sure. I don't know if I want Garrick in the main. But he can also tutor up creatures. He makes a wolf, sacrifices a creature, searches for a creature. So that's kind of interesting. Master versus Palinchron. Reanimating Palinchron's kind of funny. I'm gonna take that. We did get Oath back, but we also have Una's Prowler. This is kind of looking less and less like an Oath deck, so I'll just take the Prowler. Okay, Plague Crafter. This is like becoming a decent recurring Nightmare deck too. Okay, Shallow Grave. Well, we have all the pieces. We just gotta find Reanimate and something like, well, now we have some choices. It's between Emrakul and Library of Alexandria. Emrakul is actually kind of awesome with Shallow Grave and Makeshift Mannequin. And we can go like Entomb, Shallow Grave, Emrakul. Okay, I'm on board. Library is a sweet card, but how often do you get the chance to reanimate Emrakul? I mean, come on. Following that, we have, Tinker. No, I think I gotta take Imperial Seal here. Just make our deck like super consistent. I know Glenelendra would destroy our deck, but we're just gonna take all the tutors so that we can guarantee we can reanimate Bristlebrand and or Emrakul on like turn 2 or 3. And then we have some like backup nonsense like Living Death, all of our creatures or something. Ooh, wow. So Collective Brutality is kind of awesome. It's a discard outlet that also clears the way, but Grave Titan is also kind of awesome. I guess the main question is, do we have enough enablers? Because we can just cast a Grave Titan, and it's sweet to Living Death, and it definitely can just win the game on like turn 2 if you animate it. How many discard outlets do we actually have? Like if something's in our hand, we have Survival, Jace, Looter, Una's Prowler, Compulsive. I kind of like Brutality. It just does everything. Well, there's Vampiric Tutor. I really want the card Reanimate or like Animate dead. That would make me feel a lot better about this deck, but I don't think I can pass up all the tutors. Vampire Hexmage. I'm gonna take Mana Confluence just to make our deck more consistent. Negate? Negate? Sure, that can protect our... Ooh! Okay, Recurring Nightmare is kind of just game. Yeah, that makes the deck real sweet. And we have, like, how many ways to tutor up Recurring Nightmare now? So, let's see, we have 27 playables? I actually have to make cuts. Probably Liliana's just too slow. Daze is a little bit suspect. Yeah, I'll see how many islands we end up playing, but Daze might be out. Compulsive might be too slow, to be honest. Like, the rest of our deck is just, like, really good. And it feels like Compulsive is just not quite there. Maybe we don't really need a Fatal Push. We'll see what comes out. Ooh, Show and Tell? Wow, that is a late Fractured Identity. I don't normally advocate for playing Show and Tell in your deck. We'll probably start it in the sideboard, but you know, against like mono red, like if you know what your opponent's deck is and you know they don't have fatties, Show and Tell is pretty reasonable. Just turn 3, put a thing into play, win the game. Seems fine to me. More cards to cut. I like keeping all the creatures. Like Luteral Core is so awesome with Recurring Nightmare. Just too many tutors, man. Oh, Marsh Flats. That fixes our mana. Nice, nice. Is Playcrafter even good? Each player sacrifices a creature. Take a Revoker, but probably not going to play it. So we only have Exhume, Shallow Grave, Recurring Nightmare. We have enough reanimation spells, I think. I think honestly I might just get rid of Compulsive Research. I want to be doing stuff on turn 2, and Compulsive is a little bit slow. Oh man, Thief of Sanity? Kind of want that in the main. Glintstream Siphoner. Oh, Vraska is okay. Actually, maybe Vraska is better than Siphoner. We can play it on... Yeah, I'll just take that. I'm not going to play either one, I don't think. This deck, I think 16 lands is probably appropriate. I think Terastodon's good, but I could actually see cutting it. Like a Hexmage. I could see cutting Terastodon. It's not super necessary. Yeah, I'll play that over Terastodon. Ashen Rider plus Recurring Nightmare is pretty sick. I don't even think I saw that the first time it went around. I guess I cut Negate for now. I'm trying to like minimize my blue because it's not the easiest for this deck to produce. And then Watery Grave, Tomb, Marsh Flats, Confluence, Tar Pit, Bazaar Bayou. Oh, we have Bazaar, so we kind of need... Because that's a spell. So we definitely need one more land, right? Yeah. I'll get rid of Fatal Push. Dismember is more general, it kills more stuff. And Show and Tell probably going to come in relatively frequently out of the sideboard, but honestly we don't need it. So maybe I don't bring it in. Definitely don't need a Plains. 7-1. How much green do we have? We have 2 green spells. I could see... Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources. That seems okay. Right now for blue we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue. 5 blue also seems okay. Maybe this is too much black. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's way too much black. Let's go down to like 10 black sources and get a bit more blue and green here. 39. We get more? Oh. Yeah, I don't need that much black. Green is really only useful for survival, but I feel like I'm going to be tutoring for survival of the fittest kind of a lot. And like playing this and activating it in the same turn seems kind of important. Whereas blue, we just have Mystical, Jace, Looter, Thief. Okay, let me go through the sources again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. And green we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I guess we'll do the split here. Mostly so that I can activate this a bunch of times. And let's run it like that, I guess. I want to make sure I have enough black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 black sources seems more than enough. Because we really only need 1 black. Sweet. Let's see how good this is. See you guys round 1. Ooh, we won the die roll. Let's go first. Okay, so we have Bazaar of Baghdad, Living Death with no swamps I'm going to keep. I feel like I'm just going to go turn 1. Let's see, what do we Mystical Tutor for? I don't have any good blue or green spells. So I could see just Mystical Tutoring for like Entomb. Let's lead out on Bazaar then. And pass turn. I want to find swamps with this. So I'm going to activate it end of turn, I think. Thief of Sanity. Okay, so I don't need Thief. I don't... Living Death is a great failsafe. I'm not in love with Plaguecrafter. And Mystical Tutor might... It can get us Exhume. And Exhume's kind of good. Maybe I just don't need Recurring Nightmare. Because I kind of like keeping all of these lands. Except for maybe the Forest. I don't really need Survival of the Fittest anymore. Okay, we're going to do this. Well, I guess we are going to be exhuming a Gristlebrand next turn. Good luck, dearest opponent. And the nice part is, even if they kill it, we can just set up for Recurring Nightmare very soon. Yep. Yeah, let's just do it. Mystical Tutor or Exhume. And just activate Bazaar now. Ooh, Shallow Grave? Okay, we're going to discard not the Swamp. Gristlebrand, Recurring Nightmare, Living Death? I kind of want to keep Recurring Nightmare, or Living Death, as like a failsafe. Shallow Grave Emrakul is also like a pretty good thing. We could just keep discarding until we hit it. I'm never going to get enough lands for this, so we're just going to do this. No, I'm going to activate Gristlebrand. Discard Living Death. I want to Shallow Grave some people. Do that, Swamp. And it gets exiled, so we're going to go for the modest Exhume Gristlebrand here. And pass turn. I don't have any fast mana or anything. We can try and set up for Emrakul next turn by going Bazaar of Baghdad. Okay. Turn 2 Gristlebrand wins the game. Against green-white, I didn't see anything, so I'm just going to run it back. Honestly, at this point, I just feel kind of bad for the opponent. Like, this deck is awesome. Alright, okay. Reanimate can be kind of sweet sometimes. You got me there, guys. We're going to lead with Island. And it's kind of, I don't know. We can play Mesmeric Fiend. Oh, I guess it depends on what they tutor for, but we could play Mesmeric Fiend to make sure the coast is clear, or we could just play Literal Core. Oh, okay. Well, we might just die, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say, yeah, we can either try and clear the way for Gristlebrand, or just do it as fast as possible. So our opponent has 5 mana. Okay, I mean, a Bribery it gets us. I don't think that's how you're supposed to use Black Lotus. What is going... Okay, what? Holy cow. I mean, yeah, if your opening hand has Black Lotus Ancestral Recall, I guess that's fine. Let's go... Let's see, they're going to draw Day of Judgment. They have Signet Forest Courser. I feel like just getting Literal Core in play is our best option. Our opponent can play Day of Judgment next turn, I guess, if they want to. But running Day of Judgment in a deck with Birds of Paradise and Oracle of Moldiah seems like not something you really want to be doing. Sure. This is probably the most egregious waste of Black Lotus Recall I've ever seen. I did not have any threats. Good. Thanks, computer. Ooh. Ashen Rider versus Gristlebrand. I think I'm going to do Ashen Rider because we know their hand is Day of Judgment 1 unknown. We can Ashen Rider down the Seachrome Coast. They draw birds. And then we can Recurring Nightmare the Ashen Rider. Yeah, that seems kind of nice. Get you back. In fact, what if I just leave them with their mana and I kill the Oracle? Nah, that seems too greedy. We're going to cut them off blue. Blue's like the only way they stop this. And this plays so well around Wrath of God. Sweet. Swamp is good. So let's go Swamp. Attack with Ashen Rider for 5. They're very far from Woodfall Primus. Recurring Nightmare, Ashen Rider for Literal Core. Yeah, this is kind of the full combo here. Exiling Selesnya Signet. We win the match. See you guys round 2. Well, we're on the play again, so poor opponent. Wow, what is... I mean, this is turn 2 Jace into Leovold with Collective Brutality just for giggles. I'm down for that. Let's lead on Watery Grave, because the 2 plays we want to have turn 2 are blue or black. Yeah, let's just play a Mesmeric Fiend. I'm a bit scared of what's going on over there. And this lets us know like whether Leovold or Thief of Sanity is going to be good. And still keeps... Whoa. Whoa. Abrade, Fire and Ice, Lightning Bolt, Mana Leak. Well, if we take Mana Leak, then their hand's actually kind of good against us. I think Fire and Ice is probably the best use of their mana, but if we take Mana Leak, then they can't do anything. Yeah, I'm just going to take that. Then if they want interaction, they have to burn the creature. Is that 6? Oh, Ice, Fire, and the flip card is there. So they play Bloodstained Mire and pass. So let's hit for 1. And then, so they have Fire Ice, Bolt, Abrade. I can play Collective Brutality and take Lightning Bolt, leaving them with just Abrade. But I think it's better playing a 3-drop this turn. And if we play Leovold, then... Yeah, Leovold's probably the best play here. Draws us a card when they kill it. And if they want to kill... Oh! That's actually kind of good. They can't kill Mesmeric Fiend and Leovold in the same turn. So they get Mana Leak back. But now we just get a Leovold in play. Sweet. And Fire Ice is gone, so I can get rid of all of these stupid cards. So they play Mountain. So they can bolt the Leovold and still hold up Mana Leak. We get to draw a card. Lightning Bolt's down. Yes. Yes, I would like to draw. Okay. And there's really no reason for us to run into Mana Leak here. We're just going to wait. Play Overgrown Tomb tapped and pass. Like, we know it's there. We have the mana, so let's just hang on. Then we can get them pretty good with, like, Collective Brutality, take Abrade, play Thief of Sanity or something. Wandering Ephemeral. Alright. That's a lot of land. I will say that. Let's take their Abrade. Abrade, Mana Leak, Spellseeker. Alright, take Abrade. Mana Leak's just going to die in their hand. So Spellseeker can find removal for one of my 2 creatures. Okay, they play Island, and Abrade is gone. I feel like this swamp was twice, because they have 1 unknown. Decent draw. So they might find removal for 1, but I feel like it's gotta be unlikely they can kill both of our creatures here. Although I guess Muldrifter can just block the Thief. Let's grab Bayou. Wow, that is so many land. Okay, Thief. Jace. We're like almost in hardcast Gristlebrand territory right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can actually hardcast a Gristlebrand with this mana. Unfortunately, they have Mana Leak. Consecrated Sphinx. That's pretty good against Jace Fringe Prodigy. What do you think? Alright, deck. Find me a Gristlebrand or something. We got a Gristlebrand. Now here's the real question. Do I discard him? Because I could just play him next turn, but then they're going to have Mana Leak up. And they're drawing so many cards. I think I do flip this. Because we could just draw... Oh, that's an easy discard. They get to loot twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Let's go for it. I think our game plan is clear the way, resolve Gristlebrand, and then find Living End or something. Kolaghan's Command, Mana Leak, Terminate. I'm gonna get rid of these because it's gonna get refold. I guess I take Mana Leak now. The odds of them holding up Mana Leak is so low though, right? I think I just want to take Terminate. If we take Terminate, there's like no way that they can... Let's see, what's their next turn gonna be like? The problem is they probably hold up Mana Leak and Terminate. But then we play Gristlebrand, we activate him, we take 6, 7, 6, and that actually just kills us. So I do actually have to take Terminate and pass turn. We just gotta hope they don't hold up Mana Leak. Play Island. Like, Mana Leak's gotta be bad on this board, right? Who in their right mind would try and counter stuff when they could just kill stuff? Oh. Right. Well, we'll discard a land. We can still top deck a land and cast Gristlebrand. And if we draw a reanimation spell, then we can do other stuff. So K command down. Chase me. Makes sense. Good plays. Survival's kind of good here. What do we search for? Let me check my deck. Alright, here's the deck. We got Plaguecrafter, Solemn, Emrakul, I guess. I feel like let's see, they have Mana Leak. Plaguecrafter just kills Muldrifter, and that doesn't even accomplish much. I'm just gonna wait. I don't think this does anything currently. We basically have to draw a Living Death And 1, 2, 3, and a land? We can't play around Mana Leak. Maybe I should have just taken Mana Leak. They play Swamp. The thing is they could just Spellseeker for a counter spell too. Yep. I imagine if they didn't tap out last turn, they won't be tapping out this turn. There's no reason for them to do anything. Thief of Sanity. Yeah, we're just dead. I don't want to show them the rest of my deck. Okay, alright, moving on. Show and Tell. Is that good here? They're like blue-red control-ish. I feel like Show and Tell is probably fine. And I like Negate against them. We're gonna cut. Mystical Tutor is a little bit weak. I don't want to go too far down on cards against the opponent playing all this removal. And what else do I want to cut? I like Dismember. Actually, yeah, Dismember is probably better than Fatal Push. Makeshift Mannequin is still fine. What do I want to cut for Negate? Maybe Thief of Sanity is just like, they have so much burn, there's no way that card hits them. Let's go first. Okay, I will I will keep this hand. It's pretty unfortunate actually that Emrakul's in our opener, because we could have gone Entomb, Shellowgrave, Emrakul, which would have been sweet. But Entomb, Shellowgrave, Gristlebrand should kind of do the trick. Entomb, Gristlebrand. Let's go with Overgrown Tomb. No, we'll do Island. Shellowgrave. Hit them for a bunch, draw a bunch of cards. Draw 7. Draw 7 more. I think going to 13 is fine. I want to get a bunch of creatures in my graveyard we can just set up for like a sweet Living Death. So discard Ashen Rider. Oh, right, move to discard. He gets exiled, which is unfortunate, but we get to do all this. I think Bazaar of Baghdad is kind of not needed. Discard that. I don't really need Survival. Ashen Rider in the graveyard is better for us. I can't really discard Emrakul because it kind of ruins the point of all of this. So we have enough green. Actually, I don't really need Overgrown Tomb. And Marsh Flats is not necessary. Una's Prowler is kind of bad. Watery Grave just hurts us. I guess I can discard Looter because there's no point in looting with a deck this good. Don't need double blue. I have to discard 2 more? I mean, I'm probably just going to Exhume next turn. So we can go Swamp. And I love Living Death here, but Recurring Nightmare is also kind of sick with Ashen Rider. I want to keep these lands in hand. I want Exhume. I want Jace. Actually, maybe I don't need Jace. Yeah. Okay, because I just have Exhume to get the creature in play for Recurring Nightmare. Show and Tell. That is one way that I lose this game. Let's just wait 1 turn, and then I can Collective Brutality in the same turn that I cast Exhume. I don't want to get hit by Mana Leak again. But any land off the top and we can Living Death, and that's kind of nice. And the reason we're waiting now is like, what if we Collective Brutality them on my turn, and then they like counter it, and then untap? You know what I'm saying? So now they show us their hand. They Mana Leak, we don't pay. So they have to have like exactly Spell Pierce. I think that's fine. Let's get Ashen Rider. Gonna exile the Wandering Fumarole. And then we're gonna Recurring Nightmare. What do we get? I guess we don't have a whole lot, but Recurring Nightmare is still sweet here. Yeah, like if we Show and Tell and they put into play like Frost Titan. Frost Titan taps down Emrakul, that's just like really not good. Oh, that's kind of good. Let's go with that. Hit for 5. I kind of just like having Makeshift Mannequin. Like, this is in play. It's not going anywhere. I don't know what blue, black, red is going to do to Ashen Rider that doesn't kill it. And then we could just Makeshift Mannequin the creature back into play. So there's like no need to cast anything. Ice my island, sure. Hostage Taker. Oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm just gonna cast Living Death. They didn't have Daze before. And Daze does not even beat us. Yeah. Okay. We're back. Kind of on board with the current situation. Let's do it. I think against a mulliganing opponent, I will keep this hand. It's not the best hand I've ever had, but it does have some promise. And Negate makes me feel kind of safe too against most of their deck. Ooh. Well, Survival of the Fittest is pretty good. So this is going to grab Bayou. And I think turn 2 I just play Literal Core. If they tap out, I'm going to play Survival. Or if they don't have a second land. I'll actually just draw. That's not the best draw. What if I just hold up Negate? Actually, that seems fine. I don't want him to just be able to go like end of turn, burn you looter on tap. Now I'm going to fetch a Bayou. Because I already have blue. And now I have double green for survival, so I can like play survival and activate it right away. With 3 mana, I'm still okay just holding up Negate. Face Thirst for Knowledge. Kinda don't want that happening. No thirsting for you. Like, we can play around Mana Leak, we can just wait. I haven't seen any other hard counters from them. I say that, but I'm okay running Literal Core into Negate. Or Mana Leak, I mean. Pass turn. Probably gets killed. Yep. Wow, a full Lightning Bolt. I'm good with that. Although that means Jace flips. But if we draw any reanimation spell now, we can just survival reanimate. Like that one. That one's pretty good. So we're going to go Survival of the Fittest, holding up 3 to pay for Mana Leak. I didn't see any Cryptic Command or anything. Wow, they're discarding K Command? What is in their hand? Remand is fine. We'll just pass. We'll be back next turn, sir. They discard Solemn? Now I really want to know what's in their hand. Ooh, that's also pretty good. Let's go land. Play Survival. Just gonna pass turn here, I think. It's a bit unfortunate that I don't have more mana, because I could, like, when they tap out, like, Survival, Makeshift Mannequin, Emrakul. I can discard Jace to get an Ashen Rider. Kind of like Jace as a follow-up, or a failsafe. Solemn. 1, 1, 2. I can discard Emrakul, Shallow Grave it, and play around Mana Leak. I gotta hold control, hang on. Hold control. Survival of the Fittest, discard this. Cast Shallow Grave. And if this fails, well, we're grabbing an Ashen Rider, so we can just Makeshift Mannequin Ashen Rider next turn. And honestly, if this fails, we can just do Makeshift Mannequin next turn on Emrakul, because we can discard Jace, get Emrakul back, and just do it again. That seems good. Okay, I will pay for Mana Leak. Expansion Mana Leak is pretty good. The nice thing about this is it lets me know what's going on. And I can't do anything about this. So they have 2 Mana Leaks. Both are targeting Shallow Grave, so I'm just not going to pay. And my graveyard gets shuffled. Okay, what do we want here? I kind of like just resolving Leovold right now. And then we could just get Emrakul next turn. Go. Leovold also stops Sphinx of doing stuff, so that's kind of sweet. And then I feel like we just keep Leovold in play, pass turn, and then like end of turn Makeshift Mannequin Emrakul. Oh. Well, they draw 1 card. Okay, so I guess we basically have to decide between Emrakul and Ashen Rider. Our opponent showed a Hostage Taker. Let's see, what do they have in their graveyard? A Lightning Bolt, Thirst. Hostage Taker does deal with Emrakul in kind of an annoying way. They're tapped out right now. But what if I just do it at end of turn? Kind of like doing that. They already showed Mana Leak. I didn't see any other hard counters from them. End of turn Makeshift Mannequin plays around Hostage Taker. And Jace Emblem doesn't even kill us because we have an Emrakul. So if they want a Lightning Bolt to Leovold, that's fine. I get to draw. Oh, that was no, that worked. Yeah, because they can't actually draw off the Sphinx, the Leovold trigger. Let's see if they said yes. Ah, prevented. They have 2 cards in hand? I'm gonna go for it. There's no reason not to. Obviously not mid-combat because the last card could be Hostage Taker. Baleful Strix. You got it. That's actually super frustrating. You can kill the Emrakul. But they lose 6 permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can just play Jace and get it back. Ashen Rider. Or green. Discard Solemn. Oh, there's also Gristlebrand we could get end of turn, but I'm gonna play around kill spells, so I'm just gonna get the daddy. Okay, hold control, discard Emrakul. Makeshift Mannequin, Emrakul. So we lose our graveyard. Search for a creature. So what do we want now? I like getting back Leovold. Plaguecrafter is also interesting. So Plaguecrafter means they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plaguecrafter is kind of good too. But I think just having Leovold in play is like, it makes the Sphinx so bad. They get to draw 2 here. Do I have any way to draw? I don't think so. Yeah. So we're gonna attack. And they can use the Baleful Strix to kill Emrakul, but we could just get it back. Yeah, this is sweet. The Emrakul survival of the fittest loop is real. So they keep Strix, lands. Okay, so Strix goes down, Consecrated Sphinx is in play, but it doesn't do much. He shuffles. Now we go Swamp. Show and Tell is too sketchy when opponent has a hostage taker, so we're just gonna go Leovold. And we're going to discard Jace, grabbing Emrakul, or maybe Gristlebrand is better at this point. Nah, Emrakul, if we hit him again, they just lose. And then we can Imperial Seal for Makeshift Mannequin, or Shallow Grave. Yeah, I'm gonna get Shallow Grave. Go. Good on opponent for still fighting the fight. Upkeep step, so we're drawing Shallow Grave. They can't draw cards. Let's go discard Emrakul, Shallow Grave. I don't know how they beat this, so terminate my Leovold. Okay, I get to draw. He did. Oh, good call. That's very well played by the opponent. Okay, so we get a Leovold. Emrakul shuffle, we get to tutor for something. Now what do we want? I'm just going to cast Show and Tell now. Hostage Taker on Emrakul kind of just wins them the game. Ashen Rider is probably good enough. We just play Ashen Rider killing Consecrated Sphinx, but then the game kind of still goes on. Yeah, I think this is my best shot. Cast Show and Tell. Playing a land, I guess, to play around Spell Pierce. Put you into play. Yeah, I just can't get my Emrakul Hostage Takered. Thief of Sanity. So, I believe this has to kill the Consecrated Sphinx. And if they kill my Ashen Rider, then I get to kill the Thief of Sanity. We lose our Leovold forever, unfortunately. But we still got live draws. Basically, any creature we can turn into Gristlebrand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Any creature just becomes Gristlebrand, so that's good. Fair enough. Thief of Sanity. Do they have any good reanimate targets? Not really. Is opponent gonna... Wow, that Terminate on Emrakul was really good. Or on Leovold, I mean. Good matches so far. I will crack Marsh Flats. Oh, they took a card that was better than Exhume. Exhume's not that great here, so... What did they take? We still have Emrakul. They found our Gristlebrand! Well, that's good to know. God, Gristlebrand's gone? Play Watery Grave. So now I'm gonna start keeping lands in hand. Mesmeric Fiend. That can become any creature. Kind of like getting Plaguecrafter because Thief of Sanity is kind of problematic. They just took Gristlebrand, so I don't really care about that. They kill Plaguecrafter in response with the burns. Okay, so that dies, and we exile there. Fair enough. I should have attacked first. This is going to exile. I feel like getting rid of their black mana seems better. Red isn't that scary. Sure. Because they took Gristlebrand, so like that doesn't do anything. Go ahead. This has been one of the most epic matches I've played in a long time. Oh yeah, black stops them from casting Hostage Taker too. So we're holding lands in hand because of this card, yeah. Bizarre. So let's wait, because we need, I think, 2 more spells before this starts doing stuff. We draw up to 3. We play this. We have 1 card in hand. We draw 2 and discard them all. So we have to wait 2 more turns before we can actually activate Bazaar. Shallow Grave on Plaguecrafter is kind of fun. So let's play Bazaar. I'm not going to activate it yet. But any creature now puts us live to an Emrakul situation. And if they play something scary, we can just Shallow Grave our Plaguecrafter to get rid of it. Deceiver Exarch. Yeah. I can wait. Shallow Grave gives us inevitability. Time Warp. See, now this is more problematic, because if they top deck a mountain, maybe I should have killed the Wandering Fumarole. Because if they have a burn spell to the face, that does it. But if we draw any creature, we can just win the game on the spot. Alright, good beats. I think holding Shallow Grave is our best route to victory. I'm kind of on board with this. We can go Recurring Nightmare, then play Shallow Grave. Yeah, let's do that. Plaguecrafter makes sure Deceiver Exarch dies. I could Bazaar of Baghdad right now to try and get Emrakul in my graveyard, but I think... Oh, okay. Well, I could just do this. Exile your mountain. Why is my graveyard ordered that way? I thought Plaguecrafter was on top. I don't really want to give them... I guess I attack. If they had a response, they could have done it right then. So getting the free damage in seems good. So we're going to sacrifice this, getting back... probably Mesmeric Fiend? I don't know. It seems like there's some way they can get us. We're going to exile that. And this way we get to know what's in their hand so that we can cast the next Recurring Nightmare safely. Hey, they did have Hostage Taker. Beautiful. Spellseeker, okay. Doesn't matter. I guess a swamp off the top makes that kind of bad. So I'm just going to wait. They just have Hostage Taker. There's no need to Recurring Nightmare and give them the option of drawing a swamp this turn. Attack here. 1, 2, 3. Get Recurring Nightmare. We won the match! Oh, that was one of the best matches I've ever played. That was incredible. I know we made some mistakes, but I mean, you're going to make mistakes over a game that has like 500,000 turns in it. Wow, we're into the finals. Let's see if we can clutch this. This hand has Survival of the Fittest. We're on the draw and we have Vampiric Tutor. It's so close to being good. I think we're on the draw, right? I gotta make sure. I think I gotta keep this hand. Survival of the Fittest is amazing in this deck, and we can even just vamp for a land if we need to. And if we draw a land, then we can do everything we want. Okay, Gristlebrand. Let's play Overgrown Tomb. So I can't actually vamp. If I vamp for a land, next turn I can play Mesmeric Fiend. I will pay the life. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it end of turn. I think we are just gonna vamp for a land. Because Survival puts Gristlebrand into the graveyard, and then like every card in our deck is a good draw. Ooh, playing a swamp. Mesmeric Fiend. Well, that is very good against us. I still Vampiric Tutor for a land. They're gonna know we vamp for a land, but we just need to unlock our hand here. Good play. But we have 2 fatties to reanimate, so it's not the end of the world. So they took Survival of the Fittest, which seems to make the most sense. We're gonna jam the Mesmeric Fiend here. See what's in your hand. Fatal Push, Time Twister. Well, I'm gonna take Fatal Push, and I kind of want them to cast Time Twister. And if they don't cast Time Twister, their hand is terrible. And if they do cast Time Twister, then both of our hands are good. What kind of draw is that? That was something else right there. All right, we need a land now. Collective Brutality. That's a pretty good draw too. Castle Escalate 2 modes. Kill a creature and we get rid of Time Twister. Alright, I can no longer complain about the quality or quantity of draws. Discarding the Gristlefather. Getting rid of that. We get Survival back. Now let's just draw a Corpse Dance. This is like back-to-back insane draws right now. March Flats. So we can, in fact, cast a Leovold. I don't think Survival does a whole lot for us. So, alright, Leovold it is. Grabbing Bayou. Green, blue, black. cast the daddy himself. No, I don't want that. If we do that, then they just lose a spirit and then Fatal Push Leovold, and that's really mana efficient for them. I'd rather have them have to use Jit counters to kill Mesmeric Fiend, and then we draw cards off of that. The opponent's doing stuff finally. They play Equip Jit to the spirit as we expected. You drew more? Oh, it's just flashback, okay. Well, we might just die to Lingering Souls Beats. That is definitely a possibility. Yep, get counters. They don't even care about Fatal Push. Okay, so we can... I think playing Survival is our best shot right now. The last card is a Swamp, I believe. No, the last card is an Unknown, I think. Don't really want to activate Mana Confluence. And for some reason they tapped out of all their black, so they can't Fatal Push this turn. So we have Survival, we can get any creature we want. Which I imagine is gonna... Well, the problem is everything good dies to Jace. Let's play... Or the GT, I mean. Play Mana Confluence and attack with Leovold. If they do something weird like block with Spirits and then Jit, that's fine with me. And I'm not blocking with him, so... Leovold is only here to draw cards. They don't block, so they take damage. And we're just gonna pass turn. Survival, discarding Ashen Rider. I don't know if I have anything to grab to like stop this, but... We're just kind of hoping to draw cards. I wish they would kill our Leovold. Because that we could draw, oh. That's a good use of the counters. 5, 6, 7, 8. We fall to 3. We basically have to draw like Land, Living Death, which I don't even know if that's possible. Opponent's playing pretty well. Okay, discard this. Discard this. Eve of Sanity, Una's Prowler. None of these do anything. We can Through the Breach, Emrakul. That doesn't do it. Okay, we'll get that. That might do something. That was a halfway decent draw. I feel like... So if we get back Ashen Rider and we just kill Jit, we actually die. If we get back Gristlebrand and they have a kill spell, we lose. But if they don't have a kill spell, this seems like a better option here. Giving them Fatal Push to get rid of Leovold seems okay. And attack with Leovold. Please Fatal Push my Leovold. That would be my dream. No! That would be literally black, discard a card, your opponent draws a card. We might... Ugh, they had Hero's Downfall. Draw a card. There's an Emrakul. So Ashen Rider would have been safer. We're just dead though. Hard to tell. I think Gristlebrand was worth going for there. Now we know they have Hero's Downfall, so we'll play around it. Fatal Push against them... Nah, we're just gonna go over the top. Okay, going first, let's do a little better. Huh. I have to keep this. I literally am vamping for a land again. So we're gonna go turn 1. I think it's gonna be turn 1 Entomb and just hope to naturally draw a land. Because turn 1 vamp doesn't do anything. But if we go turn 1 Entomb and hit a land, then we can Exhume right away. And then we can vamp for a land later if that doesn't work. Yes, let's do that. And this plays around, does not play around Mesmeric Fiend. Entomb Gristlebrand. Hit a land. Here we go. God, if they have Mana Tithe, I will cry. Boop a boop. Go. Hey. Fun and interactive. Round 3 in the finals. Let's see who can combo out first. So this hand is 1 discard outlet away from being busted. I think that's definitely worth keeping. We have 3 tutors to find discard outlets. And Mesmeric Fiend doesn't really get us. Bitter Blossom's fine. I mean, it makes Shallowgrave Emrakul worse. Okay. Yeah, let's vamp. Sure. I'm gonna wait because they could have like Mesmeric Fiend and then what we vamp for changes. Right now I'm thinking Collective Brutality. Mesmeric Fiend. Definitely Collective Brutality right now. I think I'm just getting Bayou. Wait, what are we drawing here? So I get Collective Brutality. Whatever they take doesn't matter because I can discard the other one. And then I can like set up a turn to like Shallow Grave, Recurring Nightmare or something. Yeah. So let's cast Vamp. Yeah, this is just like a really nice discard outlet. Yeah. Because, yeah, no matter what they get... Wait, why did the Fairy Rogue... Was that gone? Or it moved? Something just moved. I imagine they take Shallow Grave here because that makes the most sense. Man, putting it on top is sweet. They have no idea what I got. So opponent takes Shallow Grave, which is kind of exactly what we expected, and I'm pretty happy about. Because now we can go Forest, Collective Brutality. I think I just want to go full Escalate. I don't want to die. Target opponent, kill that. Target opponent, black, discard both of these. Taking Mind Twist. Oh, they have Liliana, but no black. Ink Eyes, what the heck is that? That's a funny sideboard. I will take Mind Twist. Wait, how's my graveyard ordered? God, did I mess that up? No, Gristlebrand's on top. Okay, that's what I thought. Shallow Gravesilbrand. So they have Liliana and Ink Eyes, 2 double black cards. That's kind of a really funny sideboard card, though. Whoa, dude. Fine. That's pretty good. That was a halfway decent top deck. We have Shallow Grave plus Survival. Mesmeric Fiend doesn't even stop this, I don't think. Yeah, this just works. I mean, they have enough permanence to like kind of survive an Emrakul, but unless they do something super crazy, they are in a lot of trouble. Unsure what time... I don't really know what their deck does, but it's kind of fun. I've just never seen Liliana of the Veil and Celestial Colonnade in the same deck. Okay, and then we pass. The safer option could have been Collective Brutality to know the coast is clear, but this option is just way better, I think. We're going to discard Jace. He's kind of bad at this point. The fairies are problematic, so we need them to not play anything too good. Because right now they're only losing 3 permanents. Ashiok. Okay. So in response to that, we're definitely going to grab an Emrakul. They hit nothing. Sweet. Scrap Heap Scrounger. They have a lot of sacrifice outlets, but I think we can beat this. Ooh. Emrakul's better than Ashen Rider, but we can get there pretty soon. So let's go Island, discard Emrakul, Shallow Grave, get him back, get an Emrakul, these shuffle. Wow, if we could kill this furry rogue right now, we could actually win the game. Planecrafter, Una's Prowler, Mesmeric Fiend. What am I feeling? So if we attack them with Emrakul, they have to keep the fairy around a chump block, and then they sacrifice like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they have Ashiok and 2 lands, but I have nothing in play. So it's basically which creatures I want to like protect. And I feel like it's got to be Gristlebrand because Emrakul's about to be exiled. Maybe Solemn is also just a good option. If I attack Ashiok, then they can just sacrifice Ashiok, so they sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They still have 4 lands, but then they lose Ashiok. Okay, let's do that, and let's just keep Gristlebrand because I have a discard outlet. Let's keep Solemn. Attacking Ashiok means they don't get my creatures. Attacking their face means they lose. Okay, let's go through this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 2 lands, Bitter Blossom and Ashiok. But then I'm gonna have a really hard time killing Ashiok. Yeah, I'm attacking Ashiok. I know it's like not the best decision, but the best decision for me. And then we can find Emrakul again. Or just play Thief of Sanity, because Thief blocks the fairies. Oh, they're just playing Protect the Queen on Ashiok. Huh. I don't know how well that's gonna work out for them, but we'll see. So we're gonna grab Emrakul. Discarding Solemn. You got exiled! That's right. Okay, I guess I get Gristlebrand. Well, now that they got rid of Bitter Blossom, I think I just play Thief of Sanity. Or I mean Leovold, because then every time they activate Ashiok, we draw a card. And then Ashen Rider eventually can kill Ashiok if we draw any reanimation. But we'll see what they hit. Udro Core, Jace, Island. Jace getting back Time Twister is kind of good. Alright, let's draw Recurring Nightmare. That'll be a little slow, actually. Marsh Flats is fine. So we can go Collective Brutality, see what's in their hand. Yeah, I think I like that. And at this point, double blue's not particularly relevant, so I'm just going to get a Swamp. And then we go... We still have blue, green, black. So let's go Collective Brutality, cast with Escalate. Only two possible modes. Target, target. And we're gonna discard Gristlebrand, I guess. Because we can just discard Ashen Rider, and I'm less worried about Gristlebrand. And this way we can know if Thief of Sanity is good. Because right now Leovold, if they just make a blocker, then Leovold can't kill Ashiok in time. But then Ashiok doesn't ultimate. So Leovold's probably the better play. We'll see what they have in hand though. I feel like I'm getting extirpated right now. What could they possibly have that's black, black, white? Good lord. You have a Necromancy? But they just get Gristlebrand for a split second. I guess they can draw cards that way? Wow, if I just put Leovold into play, and I don't have an Emrakul to shuffle my graveyard, okay. Sure. Their deck is so weird. I'm really sad to be losing to this right now, but it is what it is. Yep. When they lose it, it just dies, right? Yeah. Anguished Unmaking Jit. Cool. They didn't Unmaking my survival. So they're going to draw a lot of cards. I think I'm going to try and punk them out here with Leovold and see if they draw in response. Yes! They didn't draw in response. Oh god, please play 7. End of turn. Oh, they just... Well, now I don't know what's going on. Okay, their hand is Jit and Swamp. And we have a Leovold. We get to draw. Yes. Playcrafter's good. That stops any blocks. They hit Fiend, Entomb, Living Death. Play the Swamp. Wow, you drew Liliana the Veil. Alright. Play a Jit, and then they make me sack. Oh. Well, Playcrafter seems kind of bad. That is some weird stuff going on. They didn't make me Edict away my Leovold? I accept. Let's play Thief. Hold Swamp to discard 2 Liliana. Actually, let's just attack Liliana. Ashiok's ultimate is 10. They have no cards in hand? That seems fine to me. What are these draws? Okay, you got it. Yep, discard a Swamp. Exile the top 3 cards. So, I don't really want Ashen Rider in my hand. So I'm going to try and grab a creature I can actually cast. I don't know if there are any left. Who's Prowler? That works. Mystical Tutor. That might just do it. What can we Mystical Tutor for? Exhume? They get back a Scrap Heap Scrounger, we get back Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider kills Ashiok. Seems good enough. I guess Makeshift Mannequin also works. Wow, this deck is extraordinarily redundant. Okay, so Makeshift Mannequin and Exhume both work. Basically, the question is, do we want to give them a Scrap Heap Scrounger? I feel like the answer is no, because Jit counters. We're just going to get Mannequin. So we're going to Mannequin the Ashen Rider. This kills Ashiok. This kills Liliana, this attacks their face. And the nice thing about Ashen Rider having Mannequin is there's no way for them to exile it. So when it dies, it's just going to get rid of Colonnade. And they're Hellbent, so that's pretty good. Weird plays from the opponent all around. Weird plays and weird deck, but good games nonetheless. Yep. 5, we mill them 3. Think Lingering Souls, because the rest go in your graveyard. Yeah, okay. Souls is good. Also, I don't want them having that with Jit in their play. We won the match. Woo, crushing it over here. 2 3-0s already. See you guys real soon. Thanks for watching.